Today I thought I would create a Galentine's Day tablescape, one that could be really cute for a brunch or a lunch. Definitely not formal enough for a dinner. And I thought it'd be fun to incorporate some really kind of vintage pieces into it, but also have some new modern things as well. I'm Nicole with The Door on the Table, and I'm excited to share this Galentine's Day tablescape with you. So for this Galentine's Day tablescape, I decided to start with a pink square tablecloth. And really the reason why is because I don't own a lot of pink and red tablecloths, and I love this pink color, but I only have it as a square shape, so I thought on the rectangular table I'll just put it on the diagonal, and then I'll go from there with the creation of my tablescape. Now I also wanted to define the place setting area for my girlfriends, and I came up with what I think is a little bit of a unique idea in that I'm taking a red napkin, which I know you've seen people do before, but I am going to actually take and just fold this in half so that it's a rectangular shape. And then I'm going to put one in front of each of the chairs for my guests. And that's going to define the place setting area for each of my guests. And I also wanted to make sure that this napkin goes right to the edge. I'm not having it hang over. I'm not putting an inch or so up from the edge of my table. I'm just putting it along the edge of my table. So I'm going to take and put one in front of each of the place settings. Okay, so what really helped spur the idea that I had for this Galentine's Day tablescape were these really fun retro snack plates. Now, these kind of snack plates were really popular. I understand from like about the 40s to the 70s, but I think they really had their heyday like in the 50s and 60s. Some of you might own some of you might have had your mom own them, your grandma. Nobody in my family owned them, so I have been finding them at antique sales, and let me tell you, they are dirt cheap. In fact, it's so much cheaper to get a set of these than to go buy a set of paper plates. But I thought, I'm going to show you a close-up in just a minute, but I absolutely love the design that's on these. And one of the neat things with snack plates is they have this particular indent right here for where the little cup that comes with it is supposed to go. But I'm going to take and put one of these in the middle of each of my place settings. Here is a close-up of what this snack plate looks like. I absolutely love these circles and the dots that are in this plate. And here you can see that indentation for where the little cup is supposed to go. And then placing it on this red napkin, you can really see that design and how it pops on the plate. Next, I'm going to add the glasses to above the top right of these snack plates. And I have two glasses that I'm going to use. The first one is going to be the cup that comes with the cute little snack set dish. I'm going to just put that to the right. And then above that, I found the cutest little glasses at one of our secondhand stores. And these are actually nicknamed Boopy glasses. I love that name. Isn't that super cute, Boopy? But they're Anchor Hawking Berwick glasses, and somebody nicknamed them Boopy a long time ago. I'm guessing in the 60s or 70s. I'm not too sure when. There's another style, it's called Candlewick. There's a little bit of a difference, and it's about how close these beads are together on the bottom. I'll show you a close-up of those in just a second. But I'm going to put this glass just to the upper left of my glass that goes with the snack plate, or my cup that goes to the snack plate. I'm going to again put one in front of each of the place settings. here is the glass that goes, or the cup that goes with this snack set. And I'll just do a quick so you can see where it's supposed to go on the plate, like so. I'm going to do mine a little differently though. I'm going to take and put it to the right. And here is a close-up of the boopy glass. Look at this bottom detail. Isn't that so cute? I absolutely love these glasses. Next, I'm just going to use some small salad forks, and I'm going to put those just to the left of each of my snack plates. Now I have a really easy and fun idea for my napkin and napkin ring, and I'm going to show you a close-up of what I decided to do and how easy it is that you can copy this idea too. So I decided to start with this set of red bows that I got from Joann's. And these were actually on clearance. They're in the Christmas decor area. But you can see the red satin bows, or velvet bows, my bad. And on the back, how they've got these twist ties for them. And I thought what would be a really fun idea is to take my matching pink napkin, and I'm going to take and fold it in half as a rectangle. And then I'm going to just go and roll it up. Like so. So it's just this nice cylindrical shape for my napkin. And then I'm going to take one of these bows from the back, and I'm going to take that twist tie that you see on the back. I'm going to separate it, and I'm going to put it around my napkin and just twist it on the back so it stays in place. Put that down a little bit, and then look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable napkin ring? And I'm just going to take the bow here and kind of plump it up a little bit so it's not flattened out. And fix it just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to take and put this just to the left of my fork. And I'm going to take and do this to the rest of my place settings as well. Now, since this is a Galentine's Day tablescape, I really wanted to incorporate a gift for my girlfriends. And I found the two perfect things. One was from Target and the other from World Market, and they go together amazingly. I could not believe how fortunate I was to find them. Now, the first one I found at Target's Dollar Spot, and it's this cute little pink tidbit tray. I mean, it's perfect. It's the right size if you wanted to use it for a butter pat. You could put it on a sink for, to put rings on. You could use it as a little candy holder. I think it was meant for tea bags, which because of the other two things they had there with it, which is perfect for this Galentine's Day lunch or brunch, because you can set it next to the little glass cup if you are serving tea, and then you can have the heart right next to it for the tea bag to rest in. Now, the other thing that I found that is perfect for this is at World Market, they had a set of 4 of these little spoons, and I'm going to show you a close-up of them in just a second, or even a closer close-up. But look at these. They are marketed as coffee stirrers or coffee spoons, but they're perfect for any kind of drink, whether you are serving a cocktail or for tea. And I love the heart on one side, or actually on both sides, one as the spoon part and one as the handle. And I thought it would be a perfect complement to my little heart dish. And I'm gonna actually take and set it on an angle of my heart dish so that it almost looks like it's an arrow going through the dish. I'm gonna now take and put one in each of my place settings. All right, so here's a really quick close-up of the heart dish. And then here is a close-up of one of these spoons. See what I'm saying about the heart on the spoon section and on the handle? Now, one of the things I want to point out is how I am placing this spoon on my dish. It's acting as almost looks like an arrow that's going across the little dish. But what it's also doing that's really kind of an important strategy with how the look of this place setting is it's drawing your eye. So it's taking a small area and it's kind of leading your eye up to a large area. See how it's kind of leading? Versus if I put it at a different angle, you don't quite have that visual line that your eye is being drawn to. Does that make sense? So when I'm setting it, I'm making sure that my eyesight lines up in an arc shape. It's going from low to high. All right, now that I have my place settings set, I want to start working on the centerpiece idea I have for this table. And because of the red and the pink, I want to stay with that. The other thing though too is my place settings, in my opinion, are kind of busy. And I don't want to make my centerpiece equally busy. At least that's the way I think of things. I want it to be a little less busy on my centerpiece. So the first idea I had is I want to incorporate the red velvet that I have on the bows. So I picked up some red ribbon as well. And I think I'm going to just take and put a line of it down the center from one end of my tablecloth to the other. And just to make sure I've got the right length, I'm going to take my scissors and cut it off on the other end. And then to help anchor and kind of tie in what I'm working on, I'm going to use the last two bows from what I was using for my napkin rings, and I'm going to tie one or attach one to each end of this ribbon. And I want to make sure that I plump up the bows a little bit so they're not flat. I just love the way that kind of gives a little bit of loveliness to the table, and it incorporates the bows that I have going on as my napkin rings as well. Now, in the middle of my centerpiece, I'm going to do some really small things, but I'm also going to show you some options on what you could do in addition or instead of what I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little red vase and I'm going to just put it right in the middle of my table. It's going to kind of help anchor it and gives a little bit of visual interest for the eye. And then I thought I would take one of the roses behind me here. I think this one looks good. And I absolutely love these roses. They are from Trader Joe's, and they definitely have kind of an old look to them, but I also love how they go from pink to red on the tips as well. I think I'm just going to cut one really short to go into this vase. Love that, love that. Now I also, when I was at Target, I did pick up 2 more of my little heart, little tidbit trays. I'm going to put one on each end of that vase. And I just like the simplicity of this, and you can definitely see that Galentine's Day vibe and look that's coming through. Now I am honestly perfectly fine to stop here with this table. I think it looks great, and I think my girlfriends would love it as well. So if you want to add more to your table, and especially into the center of it, I did find these red shiny hearts at Hobby Lobby. I don't go to Hobby Lobby that often, but I thought these would be perfect scattered around on top of the table. So I'm just going to open it up and scatter a few around. It just is going to add a little bit of more visual interest, and especially if you're somebody who needs a little bit more on your decor, this is a perfect way to kind of add something else to your table. And I'm just going to, like I said, just kind of scatter them around. There's some that are shiny and some that are matte looking, which gives a little bit more visual interest to the table because of that different dimension each of these hearts has. You know, that just kind of adds a little bit more of that Valentine's heart look to my table as well. Again, this is a great stopping place in doing my Galentine's Day tablescape. But with creating the tablescape the way I did, it is also perfect to put food on the table. Now you could either move those hearts out of the way, or if you have dishes that are elevated, I'll show you in a second, they can kind of just go right over them. So one I have is this dish that I just found this week at a secondhand store. And I love that it really complements and matches the overall look of my snack trays that are on the table. So I'm just going to take and put that right here between the two. Make sure that I don't have it stuck on a heart. And then I found something else at Target that I thought would be perfect for a Galentine's Day table setting. And that is, they have this tiered tray, and it's in the $5 section, so it's really inexpensive, easy to put together, and even if you can take a look at this, it's going to be pretty easy to store as well. So I'm going to take it out, I'm going to put it together, and then I'm going to put it right here on my table. Now, isn't that cute? Wouldn't this look perfect with little mini sandwiches or cakes or cookies or any other kind of tidbits that you want to serve at your brunch or lunch? And you know, I just had an idea. What I should do with this is I have some of that leftover velvet ribbon. I think I'm going to take and tie it to the top of this tray. That will help bring in that ribbon into this tray as well. So I Don't want the rivets to kind of sit down here where the food would go though, so I think maybe I'll just take and wrap the ribbon around it. I like that. I think that works well. But let me remove my scissors. I hope you like this Galentine's brunch/lunch tablescape. If you did, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I hope you have a wonderful time with your girlfriends around the table. Bye.